run it, run it, run it, run it. I rock, I roll, I blow, I blow, I glow.
The day that I met you, I started dreaming.
Life does not. Oh my God. Oh my God.
I'm an artist.
Oh, really? What kind of art?
My name is Dexter Morgan. I don't know what made me the way I am.
Daydream.
I don't like to play with anybody. Personally, I just like creating art, and I don't like messing with people so much. So, ooh.
How old are you?
I'm 4 years old.
You are the youngest person ever.
Oh, really? What kind of art?
I'm an artist.
Oh, really? What kind of art?
Suas mentiras, vou placer ton coração dans tes mirages. Le fond dans ta vapeur, avec les vraies bouteilles sur nous.
Yes, yes, very good. Now you understand. I understand. We understand.
Daydream. I fell asleep amid the flowers for a couple of hours.
Why are you sitting in the dark?
I don't know.
Fight the dog.
Everything she puts on, it just becomes cool right away. She just has this talent where anything she throws on her body is cool.
To pray for a check, now I check on my spirit, cause the money don't echo when your soul ain't near. I see fake friends turn saints in the crisis, but they ghost real quick when the fame hit its highest. Till I ride for my day ones.
fell asleep amid the flowers for a couple of hours.
I've been going out of my way.
Aqui é só pra quem pode.
Here's everything I made in art school this week. For drawing studio, I had to do a lot of charcoal still lifes in class, and then our homework was basically to do anything. So I set up my own still life and got to work. Most of my free time this week went to this drawing. I ended up spending 28 hours on it in total, but I'm pretty happy with the results. Here's some close-up details, and then the final thing. And then for my 3D class, I had to create a wire jellyfish. I am back to crocheting more wire to create this sculpture. I spent at least 10 hours on it, but I'll show the finished results next week. Okay, bye.
Ci vediamo domani.
vediamo domani e dopodomani.
E il giorno dopo e l'altro ancora.
E quello dopo.
E stasera.
Alle 8. Solito posto.
At first glance, the artist appears confident. Line after line lands on the page without hesitation. But that assumption would be incorrect. What they are using is an unusual curse technique passed down among artists who refuse to plan ahead. The user abandons rational thought and begins placing lines on the page with no clear direction. This technique rejects all fundamentals entirely. Lines accumulate. Those lines become shapes.
I only use 4, and they're imported from different packs, but I put them all in one. Here's a speed pay to stop the AI accusers. I'm gonna put the link tree in my caption, since I can't put it in my bio. Let me know if you want an in-depth rendering tutorial, or how I use each brush.
Draw a sketchbook page with me. Today I'm going to be filling out a sketchbook page inspired by the Mini 2 from Divoom. And the Mini 2 is basically just a little portable speaker with an LED screen on it that looks like a tiny computer. It's very cute. You can put whatever designs you want on there with the Divoom app. And it's got little buttons to control Bluetooth music or preset screens that you can have. So the goal for this sketchbook page was to do something that was just low stress level for me. A lot of times recently I feel like my sketchbook pages have been becoming more elaborate and more thought out, more precise, and they're just not as relaxing, and I can't finish them in a short amount of time. They take me days to finish. So for this one, I really wanted to do something that was just somewhat quick and fun, and I could just experiment on the page. I've seen characters with screen heads, and I've always thought that those look fun. So I decided to start with that and just kind of go from there, and then I developed a little character around it. Since it was low pressure, I got to experiment with different textures and colors, like the highlighter that I used, for instance, for a lot of the background colors. I just sort of associate an unnatural green with old computers, so I wouldn't have probably thought to put that color in a normal sketchbook page, but because I was willing to experiment, I had fun putting this page together. I didn't even erase most of my pencil lines, I just kind of went with the flow, drew over top of them, and embraced the messiness. But overall, I'm really happy with how this page turned out, and I'm happy with all the textures and the different colors, and here's the finished page.
It's time for a sketchbook flip through. So it's been a while since I finished my sketchbook, and I thought it would be fun to show you my sketchbook in a more fast-paced way. If you're interested in the slower version, in which I go in depth on almost each page, talking about what has inspired me, how I come up with my ideas, what materials I used, etc. I made a full-length sketchbook tour over on my YouTube channel. That video is about 36 minutes long, and it's a video that I am really proud of. I had a lot of fun filling the sketchbook. There are many fond memories that I have while looking back through it, and I can't wait to continue making fun memories in my future sketchbooks. The sketchbook that I'm using is a Talents Art Creation sketchbook in A5 size. It's relatively cheap, and it's a fun way to start your mixed media journey if you're interested in trying out multiple different mediums in one sketchbook. Another plug, if you're interested in getting a version of the sketchbook for yourself, I made a sketchbook scene out of the sketchbook that is available on my shop. There's both a digital version and a physical one. Mind you, there's only a limited number available, so be sure to check out my web shop if you're interested. And that's all for the self-promo, I'm sorry. Thank you all so much for the positive reception on my past videos about this sketchbook. It has really motivated me to keep making these videos and keep drawing it there, so yeah. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you in the next video. Bye bye.
Hi, I just finished a page of sketches and I'd love to show you how I drew Christian Bale. First, I outline the shape of the head and draw the center line that runs right down the middle of the face. On the left and right, I mark where the cheekbones will be, then sketch the jawline and the ear. Since the head is tilted to the side and slightly upward, I curve the guidelines, from the earlobe to where the nose ends, from the top of the ear to where the eyes will be, and a little higher for the brow line. On these guidelines, I place the eyes and nose and draw the mouth slightly above the halfway point between the nose and the chin. I emphasize the cheekbone and brow ridge. Then use two parallel lines to indicate the shadow placement and draw the eyes. I knead the kneaded eraser in my hands and lift off the excess graphite without erasing the drawing. With a 2B pencil, I define the facial features, adding details and indicating the placement of shadows. I outline the clothing, and the sketch is complete. In the next part, I'll show you how I create volume using shadows.
Alright, how's it going? I am finally back with a new painting, and this time it's going to be a self-portrait. For this painting, I'm working from my own photo, which I took about a year ago on the Isle of Arran here in Bonnie, Scotland. The concept behind the work is mainly inspired by Van Gogh's painting, The Potato Eaters. That painting is considered by many to be Van Gogh's masterpiece, and by using a single light source known as chiaroscuro, he was able to achieve a really dramatic atmosphere. And now I know I'm not Van Gogh, or Van Gogh, or however you want to say his name, but I've been really looking forward to trying it out myself. Now as usual, you'll see me start with the face and work my way out. There was a lot of detail in this portrait, and so I tried to block areas in because I knew I would have to revisit most sections later on. I've always found self-portraits to be an incredibly appealing painting project. Not only are you the most available subject for your paintings, but there's something fascinating about capturing yourself at different stages in your life. To date, this will roughly be my 10th self-portrait, and even at 25 years old, it can be scary to look back and see myself aging already. But here, we can do nothing about that, so it's a great way to document the development of your painting ability, and so I try to make sure I do one every couple of years. This area that I'm working on now was a real challenge for me, and I have to say, I was glad when it was over. I wanted the portrait to feel crowded and rustic, and luckily for me, my friend had the perfect family cottage, so a big thank you to him for making it happen. Of course, a birthday cake usually has candles, but I like to leave the viewer with some questions, and I felt the artificial bulb in my cake added another layer of intrigue. All in, this portrait took me around 7 weeks, which is quite long for me, but I'm glad I stuck with it. I hope you enjoyed watching, and you can find more of my paintings on my Instagram and my website, link in bio.